Definition of virtual reality. Virtual reality is a digital experience that gives a real which nobody can see because it doesn't exist in the real world. Virtual reality is like closing your eyes and experiencing the sound of music like as if you are in front of a live artist or at that exact place and time when the instrumentals of a song were being composed. It is experiencing things that do not exist. Example: virtual reality is a 3D computer universe that one can access using digital technology. It comes with visual machinery attached to a computer to create the virtual experience. When you are connected to a virtual reality setup, the feeling is ecstatic as it looks so real. Types of virtual reality. Non-immersive reality. Fully immersive reality. Augmented reality. Collaborative. Web-based. Non-immersive reality. This type can be seen in the virtual reality flight simulator. It has a widescreen PC with a surround system and comes with other accessories like headphones, joysticks, etc. It is non-immersive reality because the viewer does not get fully immersed in the reality this device produces. It won't give a viewer the experience of being back in time or even ignite the person's senses, but one would still get a virtual reality experience. Fully immersive reality. One would experience full virtual experience because this type of virtual reality comes with a very powerful computer. This powerful computer must be able to detect sounds, sight, and even the slightest movement. It should be able to adjust the person's experience. The viewer would have a head-mounted display, HMD, and would also put on sensory gloves. To achieve the fully immersed virtual reality, the device will make use of 2 monitors and a sound system. Augmented reality. Here one is experiencing real world in such a way that it feels like a virtual reality experience. One can't define it as an unreal experience but an experience of the reality around us. For instance, when a person visits an historical site on the internet, there are 3D mappings that would show the person landmarks, buildings, historical locations and other relevant information. One can move around areas in the computer to see fascinating historical sites using a smartphone. Collaborative. Collaborative reality is usually in the form of virtual reality games and they are not fully immersive. This virtual reality gives the viewer an interactive experience and so one can even share their experience with other people in the virtual world. Web-based. Some scientists have discovered ways to use virtual reality over the internet using the virtual reality markup language. This gives people an opportunity to discover new and interesting things the internet can offer. Also, people get to interact and have real experiences with their friends on social media. Virtual reality in the defense. Virtual reality has been adopted by the military. This includes all 3 services, Army, Navy and Air Force, where it is used for training purposes. This is particularly useful for training soldiers for combat situations or other dangerous settings where they must learn how to react in an appropriate manner. Example: a virtual reality simulation enables them to do so but without the risk of death or a serious injury. They can reenact a scenario, for example engagement with an enemy in an environment in which they experience this but without the real-world risks. This has proven to be safer and less costly than traditional training methods. Virtual reality in healthcare. Healthcare is one of the biggest adopters of virtual reality, which encompasses surgery simulation, phobia treatment, robotic surgery, and skills training. One of the advantages of this technology is that it allows healthcare professionals to learn new skills as well as refreshing existing ones in a safe environment. Plus, it allows this without causing any danger to the patients. Example. One example of this is the Human Sim system, which enables doctors, nurses, and other medical personnel to interact with others in an interactive environment. They engage in training scenarios in which they must interact with a patient but within a 3D environment only. This is an immersive experience which measures the participants' emotions via a series of sensors. Virtual reality in education. Education is another area which has adopted virtual reality for teaching and learning situations. The advantage of this is that it enables large groups of students to interact with each other as well as within a three-dimensional environment. It can present complex data in an accessible way to students, which is both fun and easy to learn. Plus, these students can interact with the objects in that environment in order to discover more about them. Example. For example, astronomy students can learn about the solar system and how it works by physical engagement with the objects within. They can move planets, see around stars, and track the progress of a comet. This also enables them to see how abstract concepts work in a three-dimensional environment, which makes them easier to understand and retain. Virtual reality in telecommunications. Telecommunications is another field which has utilized virtual reality technology, mobile communications, which enables easy access to a variety of VR-based projects. The main challenge is that of dealing with a medium which mainly relies upon tone of voice, intonation, gesture, and body language as compared to spoken words. In fact, spoken words only account for a very small percentage of the overall communication. Example. Telecommunications can be used to help virtual reality systems such as surgery simulation or telemedicine. An example of this is remote surgery, in which images from that surgery can be transmitted to various locations around the world. It also enables surgery to be performed in remote locations using robotic technology and virtual reality. Virtual reality in construction. Virtual reality can be extremely useful in the construction industry, which is often known as having a very high amount of inefficiency and low profit margins. Using a virtual environment, an organization can not only render the resulting structure in 3D but also experience them as they would in the real world. Example. Building a construction project in a virtual environment offers many key benefits. One of the most obvious of these is having the ability to test several factors without the time and cost of building the structure, reducing the number of errors present in the completed building. Advantages of virtual reality. Appealing to a variety of learning styles. Offering experiences that promote repetition and retention. Eliminating risk and safety concerns. Reducing training budget and providing scalability. Delivering results to a wide range of industries. Removing time and travel from the equation. Appealing to a variety of learning styles. Classic teaching and training methods convey content to students according to the instructor's preferred style of learning. These styles are classified as visual, auditory, tactical, and kinesthetic. But what if multiple styles of learning could be satisfied simultaneously? With VR learning, this is a new reality. Offering experiences that promote repetition and retention. New skills require practice. But what if the skill is heart surgery? And what if you need to be able to strategize a response to an enemy ambush on the fly? Simulations have been part of professional and military training, if anyone can remember, but it's never been easy or cheap to set them up for the sake of practice. VR training options offer controlled, easily generated environments that allow for the repetition students need to master a new skill or process. eliminating risk and safety concerns. Medical students need to practice procedures without potentially harming a patient through inexperience, or even curiosity. Firefighters and military personnel need to learn how to respond in dangerous situations without risking their lives. Reducing training budget and providing scalability. VR is tied to results. It's possible to collect metrics from virtual education, showing the improvement in outcomes. Anything learned, whether facts or skills, can be tested, and an organization can easily compare current methods to a virtual learning course. VR modules also provide feedback during the training period, so instructors can iterate. Ryan James, CTO of Pear Medical, states, "They are lowering the barrier to entry for using VR. People don't have to crack open their piggy bank to start changing the world." Delivering results to a wide range of industries. Continued learning and increased efficiency are staples for any company or institution worth its salt. Absorbing material quickly, optimizing application, and streamlining interaction, workflow directly influences the bottom line. Removing time and travel from the equation. Learning with virtual reality is an exciting option for K-12 classrooms, and more districts are making it a reality. Currently, VR field trip opportunities are a focus for educators. Using headsets, students can explore the Great Barrier Reef, take a virtual walk on Mars. The options are limitless. Even otherwise cost-prohibitive domestic destinations to state capitals or museums can be options for cash-strapped school districts. Illustrative example. These are some of the companies offering solutions and offerings for virtual reality. Oculus VR, HTC Vive, Apple, Virtuix, Google, Microsoft. InnerSpace VR.